Clark approaches as a reporter and asks him about Batman and how he thinks he's above the law. Bruce balks at this because of the Daily Planet's support of Superman.
Considering every time your hero saves a cat out of a tree, you read a puff piece editorial.
Huh. Yeah, this line right here kinda illustrates the big issue with why I personally have such a hard time getting into this, and in fact, the rest of DC's cinematic universe, even though I've heard about how movies like Shazam or Aquaman or the like are supposedly good or at least okay. When have we seen Superman in this or Man of Steel rescue a cat from a tree? See, one of the big defenses of Man of Steel at the time, and criticizing stuff like him killing Zod, was, well, this is an early Superman. He hasn't become the Superman we all know and love yet. That takes time, and Man of Steel is setting all that up. We're 50 minutes into the sequel to Man of Steel, and I'm still not convinced this is Superman. I haven't seen him yet be the guy who will take time to get a cat out of a tree, or do just genuinely nice, friendly, helpful things to people. All I've seen of him as Superman in this movie is literally tackle a warlord, whom he may have killed, we don't know. So all else I've got for him is Man of Steel, and we're pretty much just continuing from that. People will probably say, well, what does that have to do with this movie? I'm a comics fan. I live for continuity, for continuation, for more story of a character. This is a sequel to Man of Steel. Wonder Woman, Justice League, Aquaman, Suicide Squad, Shazam, the upcoming Flash movie. This is a cinematic universe, after all. They're built on each other. They're continuations of each other. And standing on the foundation of Man of Steel. I hated Man of Steel, despised it, walked out of it feeling depressed and empty. And now I have to watch more of it because this is a direct sequel to it. I don't like this Superman. I don't like this person. I haven't seen him be Superman. Be the guy who's rescuing cats from trees. But wait, Summer, you are typing. We do see some Superman stuff from him soon. We'll get a montage of him rescuing people. Yeah, and that montage sucks. He looks so sad and bored and confused. Like the idea of helping people is just a bummer to him. And all the other parts of this universe are continuations of these movies. I cannot separate them in my mind. Maybe if this film had course corrected hard, but it's the same director, same writer, the same tone, and the same Superman I don't like. I don't want to spend more time with him. And now I am introduced to this Batman, and I hate him too! And now you're building up this fight between two people I don't care about and I don't like, and I just want to be done! For crying out loud, I had more investment, excitement, and interest in Freddy vs. Jason, and that's a fight between two undead serial killers! I know, this is a me problem. Other people are perfectly capable of separating the movies and viewing them as their own things. I can do that plenty of times too, but for some reason, every time I try to view anything else related to this universe, all I keep thinking is, this is the same universe that had Man of Steel in it, that had Batman v Superman. And I don't want to watch that universe anymore. Anyway, to sum up, maybe Batman would have better PR if he rescued some cats from trees off screen like Superman apparently did. Anyway, here's Superman rescuing a little girl and everyone just wants to touch him for some reason, and he's not, like, trying to get past them to go see if anyone else is in danger, or fly off to see if he can help put out the fire. You know, guys, maybe you want to give that little girl some room to breathe.
Every religion believes in some sort of messianic figure.
No, they don't. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. That montage of Superman helping, it's intercut with people talking about Superman's role as a savior, potential religious figure, the political ramifications of his actions, etc. As a result, instead of this feeling like Superman's actually being Superman and helping people and yada yada, the framing of this sequence is questioning whether we should be happy about Superman helping people. What I mean by framing is how it presents information to us. I talked about this a bit in the Star Wars prequel reviews. Media displays information in a certain way to make us feel a certain way. Music is one of the biggest methods of doing so. Triumphant music to indicate something good has happened. Horror music to imply something is sinister. And thus juxtaposing talking heads discussing the potentially dangerous ramifications of Superman socially, politically, etc., while dark music plays over scenes of Superman rescuing people does not come across like actions of heroism and whatnot, but something that shouldn't be happening. Now, you could argue in turn that these scenes are intended to be like that. They're not framing Superman's actions as negative, but rather just reflections of conversations that would happen if Superman was a real person, and it's just trying to go for realism. Well, then that just suggests this is padding, because none of the questions that they pose in this section are answered by the film. There is no resolution to this. If it has no message to it, no symbolic meaning to the film, it's just some stuff that happens that didn't need to.
Must there be a Superman?
There is.
So basically, the answer to the question is, There is, again, a humanizing moment for Clark when he calls his mom and asks her why his father never left Kansas. It's a good bit, but again, it means nothing to whatever themes the movie is going for. I don't think Henry Cavill's a bad Superman, it's just the overall story keeps failing to let him be Superman. Back at the Kent farm, Clark meets with his mom, who encourages him that people will know who he is by his deeds and that he's not a killer. To be everything that they need him to be.
Or be none of it. You don't owe this world a thing.
That line bugs me. I know what it's trying to go for, but it feels more like she's suggesting that being a superhero, helping people, is a transactional thing. No frickin' duh, he doesn't owe the world a thing, because it's not about owing anything. I'll let Peter Capaldi sum it up.
I do what I do because it's right! Because it's decent! And above all, it's kind!
That, in the end, is the essence of heroism. Just trying to help because it's the right thing to do. Helping people who need help is just right. And if you have the power to help someone, goddamn you, you should at least try.